Hello everybody, it's Darthlo1997 here again, and I got a very special review for you guys today. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Godzilla vs Megaguirus blister pack by Bandai. Now, this review may take a while because we got a lot to look at here today. But first and foremost, we're going to be taking a look at the box. Now, most of my reviews do not take a look at the box, but here we're going to be making an exception because the box is, well, pretty big. And it's got a whole lot to show. Now, first we have this plastic here that holds the figures. It's clear plastic, so you'll be able to see the figures inside from the box. You open it up, and here we have a very cool poster for Godzilla vs Megaguirus. On the back of the box, we have some Japanese letters, bios, and some screenshots from the film. Well, Godzilla and Megaguirus here are screenshots from the film, and so are these two, which they actually show Godzilla's infamous body slam from the film. These three, however, I don't think they're screenshots from the movie. They look more like set models. I don't know what those are, but yeah, that's the box. Now let's get to what you guys are here for, the figures themselves. Now, let's take a look at Godzilla first. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Let's zoom in. Now, this is I believe it's a retool of the standard release Godzilla 2000. I'm not sure because let me bring out... This is the Movie Monsters Series 2016 release of, I believe, the 50th anniversary memorial box Godzilla 2000. I don't know. I could be getting these two backwards. But what is, fact, what I know is this guy's much bigger than this one. Like I said, I think this is the memorial box and this is the standard release. Which, by the way, I custom painted this in case you guys are like, what's up with the color? So, yeah. But let's take a look at this figure itself. Now, compared to the standard release, it's much greener because the Megaguirus suit was a lighter shade of green than the 2000 or 1999 suit. Here, the spines, which is the highlight of this special release in the pack, the spines here are not the pinkish purple. They're translucent orange with painted dark orange tips. And these spines here in the tail are a bit of a sand color with light orange tips. And we also have a white highlight there. The eyes are also painted differently. These are white, orange, and black pupils and white teeth. The claws and toes are painted white as well. But detail on this figure is pretty much the exact same as the standard release. I mean, a lot of people have reviewed it on YouTube already, so I don't really have anything new to show here except for the spines. So, yeah. But now let's get to the real special stuff for this pack. Here's the ship from the movie. I think it's called the Griffin. Those of you who've seen the movie will recognize this. I have not seen the full movie front to back, but I've seen highlights of it. And yeah, I do recognize this ship. So yeah, for something this small size, it is pretty well detailed. It's got, some jet vents to, to fly, and cockpit, and all that. Actually a detailed underbottom, which is, a nice touch. And for, it's about 2 by 2 inches. For something so small, it is pretty well detailed. Alright, next up is the, let me see if I can pronounce this right, Meganula or something? I don't know, but what this is these are the insects that hatch from the egg in the movie and will later evolve into what I'll show next. But again, this is a very small figure, but surprisingly amazing detail for something so small. I mean, there's even like this little seam here in the eyes, which I don't know if you guys can see it here, but the underbelly is detailed. It almost looks like a real insect, which is pretty cool. Now next, those creatures, those insects, evolve into this dragonfly thing, which I believe this is called Meganula? I don't know. I've never really said that name till now. But as you can see, the legs are not really sculpted. Well, they kind of are, but they're not individually sculpted. They're molded together in this folded up to the body position. And the underside's not painted. It is painted, but it's all brown. Not like the top where there's silver highlights, but yeah, the detail on the tail and the legs and all that underneath the wings is pretty nice. But the top is really where they, paid the most attention to detail. Wings here, you can see the detail. The head looks great. The eyes again look good. No articulation at all, and there's no articulation on this guy either. So, yeah, it's a, nice addition to have. But now for the real highlight of this set. Megaguirus, the queen of these guys. Now, Megaguirus here is a phenomenal figure. Just look at this detail. Detail on this thing is amazing. I mean, each individual little ridge here, even inside these spikes, you can see the skin detail and that tail. They even remembered the spots. They forgot to paint them red, but they remembered the spots here. They got the tail perfect. That face just... And the teeth are actually somewhat individually sculpted. The eyes are not flat. They have detail. And these claws too, and the wings, just look at this figure. It's incredible with detail. Now for poseability, her claws can go forward and back like this, but this claw right here, her face gets in the way. This one doesn't really have that problem that much, and her legs can move. They could move 360, but the other legs get in the way. And the tail is a little swivel, but the detail on the back here kind of limits it from going full 360. The head has no rotation, and the wings can swivel a little bit. Now for paint job looks very, very nice. I mean, it's not 100% accurate to the film because this has light brown spots. She's supposed to have lighter yellow spots. And it may seem gray, but it's not. If you look closely, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but it's actually dark purple. What? But at least it's more movie accurate than your other option, the theater exclusive Megaguirus. But yep, very glad to have this. Now for sizing, here she is compared to the Godzilla she comes in the pack with. As you can see, this is okay sizing, but it's not entirely accurate. I mean, Megaguirus should be like maybe this size, because they had a shot where Megaguirus was like right here up to Godzilla's face as they were fighting. But she scales much better with the Movie Monster Series 2016 release. See, this looks much better. Maybe a little bigger, but not that far off. Here she is with her little drones, I guess you could call them, because that's what they call insects. The drones. Here she is compared to them. You can see, much, much larger. Here she is compared to the Griffin ship. Here she is compared to the Bandai Creation Godzilla 2000, which I again painted. And here she is with a commonly, figure a lot of people have, the NECA 1954. Okay. Well, how would I rate this pack? Well, this pack is definitely a very good pack. You get a pretty unique colored Godzilla with the translucent spines. You get these two little bundles of joy. You get the cool Griffin ship, but the highlight of the set is definitely Megaguirus. She is excellent figure. But is it worth the price tag, between $100 and $130? I don't really think it's worth that much. But just keep looking. You'll find it for a cheaper price. I did. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time.